715 Outdoors here. Just want to do a quick video about hunting in the city, hunting urban property. So I live in a duplex and the landowner, property owner, lives on the other side, and he has 6 acres in town that's attached to another, I think 10 or 15 acres of it's owned by like a home ownership group, like a HOA, I guess. So I am just walking through the woods, and I'm going to show you the things that I'm looking for on such a small piece of land so that I can set myself up here. Basically what I want to do is I want to get meat. This is, back here is purely meat hunting. There are small bucks, but there's plenty of does and fawns. And so I'm gonna look for a place where I can set up to harvest a doe. So let me show you some of the things I'm looking for. All right, so as you can see, I mean, there's houses 50 yards away, right? And I'm on the property. This is all huntable land legally. And there's an elevation here, and as you can see, this is all standing oak. There is no like new growth. This would be a perfect candidate for hinge cutting, to create some bedding in here, bedding opportunities. And but I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm looking for here. Mainly is travel corridors and trails and fresh tracks. So there's a lot of old trails, but I can see that there is a trail leading right to this backyard where there is a bird feeder, actually 2 bird feeders. So guarantee that there are deer coming back to this backyard on a regular basis. So I'm basically walking the boundaries. Like I said, there just is not much going on here. This, I'm hunting purely out of convenience and opportunity, right? There's just a good opportunity to possibly get a chance at some meat, right? But look what's behind me. It's just a big hill. It's just open woods with no hardwood regeneration on the floor. This needs to be logged. So, but you have to work with what you got. I know there's deer here. We see them in the mornings. So right now, in fact, I'm walking a doe trail, and I'm not being super careful with my scent here because, one, I'm not concerned about big bucks. I'm not really even concerned about spooking does. I don't care because they're used to human contact to a degree, right? So we're just going to continue to walk around and see what we see here. Looking for food sources, water sources, bedding, and travel corridors. Those are the main things I'm looking for on this small 6-acre parcel. All right, there's the property line marker right there, corner of the property. And what do I see? But a hunting blind. And I hope I'm not screwing up somebody's hunt right now. Right there. So down here might be an area I would avoid because I don't want to disrupt other hunters. However, I see why this would be a favorable spot. Now, we had a lot of rain last night, so there's not a ton of like fresh tracks that I can see. Some of it might be washed away, but I'm in a bit of a creek bottom here, and just on the other side between me and that tree stand is a small creek. So there is definitely water in this area. So I am at the bottom of the hill. I'm going to walk up towards the top of the hill, which is right behind me, and see what we find up there. I'm about a third of the way up the hill, and there's kind of a nice view of the creek bottom right down through here. We're going to continue to press up. So here I'm looking at a fairly well-traveled trail. It comes right down the hill. and goes right down to the creek. That little creek bottom there. There's a cross trail coming through here. Let's continue to walk and see what we find as we go up the hill here. What I'm not seeing rubs and scrapes. I'm not seeing even, well, I don't know, maybe that's an old scrape from or an old rub from years past. But I'm seeing very little historical sign. So basically what I'm hoping to basically do is just catch a deer on its way through. Because I literally see no reason for deer to stay in here. Wide open. You can see houses and lawns through the trees down below. Nothing to get super excited about. All right, so I'm at the property marker corner. And again, really not seeing a whole lot to be excited about, except an opportunity to create future hunting opportunities. So what might I do in this situation? I might try to find the most prominent trail I can, create a mock scrape, maybe two, and just maybe try to create a pattern of movement. If you don't understand the power of mock scrapes, just go to a channel called See More Bucks. Randy's got great content about mock scrapes. So in fact, if I put one up here, I'll make a video about it. So I'm seeing squirrels. Seen a lot of squirrels. A lot of black squirrels, actually. So just because a property doesn't look good doesn't mean there can't be opportunities here. Sometimes you just have to work with what you've got. Oh. And I just jumped 3 deer. 3 deer just took off from behind me. I don't know if you could hear that rustling or not, but they were going the other way. Anyhow, so work with what you've got. You know, you don't have to be limited per se in terms of what it is you're doing. You really have to understand how the deer are using the property that you have. Scratching my back a little bit there. So walk the property like this. I can basically, as I'm standing here, I can see the entire 6 acres. I literally, visually, I can see the entire 6 acres. So what I might do is just come out here on an evening in some camouflage, just sit on this hilltop and just be quiet and watch and just see what I can see. See if I can see and observe how the deer use the land here. You know, especially a night like tonight, it's kind of warm. But I can, you know, I can put on my scent lock suit and I can just sit on a nice little hump like this. I'll bring a little chair out with my bow and just watch and see what the deer do back here. So whatever you have, you know, I'm blessed to have 40 acres. That's, you know, it's a couple hours away. Seeing deer on the neighbor's property. You can hunt deer anywhere. You just have to learn patterns. We know if we're seeing deer in town in our backyards, they're eating somewhere, they're sleeping somewhere, they're bedding somewhere, they're breeding somewhere. So it's our job to figure that stuff out. Sometimes you can do a really quick study like here. Sometimes it requires a little bit more. But here I'm talking about like, oh, this doesn't look like a great opportunity. I've seen, I don't know how many, I think at least 2, unless I saw the same deer twice passing through, but there are deer up here. So I'm gonna do some observation up here. I might do a little recording and we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, share. We'll see you on the next one.